What's good, everybody? It's your boy AngelX24X, and in today's video, we're going to discuss the Pick-10 class system because Charlie Intel posted a tweet on a comment they talked about, and I want to go over with you guys, and I want to go to Black Ops 2, and I want to create some classes. So, before we get started, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Let's jump right into this. So, Charlie tweeted, all right, which is making its rounds, people making the videos. He goes, it's not that we'll never do it. We talk about it every game. We just haven't found the right way to do it. And I don't think the right way to do it is it's how old we did it 13 years ago. Okay? So, if you look at this created class system, right, from Black Ops 2, which we will go to Black Ops 2, right? And it's balanced enough to the point where you're allowed to get a weapon, you get 2 attachments, and you get enough perks to feel like you can compete in the game. Now this, you have to sacrifice secondaries, lethals, and tacticals. Okay? So I want to go back, right? Because they're saying the old way didn't do it. So of course, back in the day, we didn't have field upgrades. And we didn't have, 15 attachments on a weapon. So if you go back to Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which is basically Black Ops 6, okay? You have your weapon, you have your secondary, you have a melee, you have a field upgrade. So there's two extra things that we didn't have. Like field upgrade was already going to be a lethal or tactical, and then everybody already had a melee, okay? And then of course now they have the wild card. So they're adding 2 extra things, and of course you have your 5 perks, and then you use a wild card to get 3 more, which gives you 8. So now let's go to Call of Duty. All right, so we're here on Black Ops 2, right? And there's 10 points. So let's go ahead and make one of my favorite submachine guns, which is the MSMC. Okay? Now, what I like to do with the MFC is I like to be aggressive. So I come here, and as you could see, they had fast mags in Black Ops 2. Okay, you could run, you could run the foregrip, extended mags. You could run, a reflex or laser sight. But this is what we're gonna do. I'm playing the objective, right? So I'm gonna play fast mags. Okay, now I'm use 2 points. Then I use quick draw. So boom, my weapon is done. Okay. Then I go down to my secondary. And I could rock a secondary, but I don't want to use a secondary because I'm going to be playing the objective, so I want more perks. I'm going to sacrifice my secondary. Okay? So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to take my perk. My perk 1, I'm going to run flat jacket because I'm going to be on the objective. I don't want to die grenades. Perk 2. Now perk 2, back in Black Ops 2, you had to use toughness. Alright, toughness, flinchless one shot. You had to use it. Okay? If you didn't use it, you were going to lose gunfights. So toughness. Perk 3. Alright, perk 3. We are going to rock tactical mask. Okay? Now, if you guys go back to these perks, there's some decent perks here that I would love to use. Dexterity. Aim faster after sprinting. We really want that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm again going to sacrifice lethals and tacticals because I would rather have more perks. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to take perk 1 greed, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to take hardline. Because I know that if I'm on the objective, I'm going to earn more score. I want to be able to get my kill streaks faster. And then we're going to come down here, we're going to grab perk 3 greed, and we're going to run dexterity. So I can mantle stuff faster, and I can aim faster after sprinting. Boom, my class is done. Okay? Yes. Do I have to sacrifice on a secondary? Absolutely. Do I have to, sacrifice on my lethals and tacticals? Absolutely. Okay. So let's say we're playing a team and we want to switch up a new class, right? We'll run the same class, MSMC. We'll go fast mags and we'll go quick draw. Then we're like, okay, cool. We don't really need. We're playing sweats this match. We don't really need hardline. We just want to win the game. Okay, we'll go flat check it, toughness again, and then we'll go we'll go we'll go dexterity. Okay? Now, I noticed last match that the players were not using any of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock a grenade. And I'm going to rock a smoke. That still leaves me with two attachment or 2 points. I don't still really need a secondary, but I do kind of want to get tac mask on there. So I'm going to run perk 3 greed, and I'm going to throw tac mask on there. Okay? You know what? Let's say these guys are really good. They're getting their kill streaks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the same as MSMC. I'm going to run a suppressor, and I want quick draw because I want a faster aiming. Okay? I'm going to come down here. I'm going to have blind eye because these guys are, calling in kill streaks. Again, we'll go cold-blooded because, you don't want to be by player-controlled stuff. And then we'll do, we'll go dead silence because we obviously don't want to be heard as we're trying to do something. So then we're gonna go to secondary. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna grab our FHAJ launcher, so that way we can shoot out the rocket, or their kill streaks. But it looks like I still have 3 points. So let's go ahead and you know what? We'll use a bouncing Betty. We'll use a bouncing Betty because when we're trying to shoot our rockets, we want to be able to defend ourselves. And then we'll try to do Black Hat, okay? It still leaves me with 1 attachment, or 1 perk. So you know what? I'm going to go 2. So now I have I have a decently stealth class to protect me from, kill streaks. Maybe I could take one of these off and get Ghost to protect from the UAV, but I'm not worried about the UAV, right? And now I have like a full build to take on kill streaks. So you see the different classes that you can have with just 1 weapon. And they sit here and talk, they don't know how to do it. Okay? Well, let's say you wanted to have a designated melee weapon. Okay? So let's go back to Black Ops. Let's go back to Black Ops 7. So we go back to Black Ops 7, right? You have your Peacekeeper. That's 1 point. You have your secondary. That's 1 point. Then you have your tactical. That's another point. That's your lethal. That's another point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then you have your field upgrade. That's 8. Your melee. That's 9. Your wild card. That's 10. Now, of course, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, of course, you have the extra spots for kill attachments. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're at 15 points. So we'll pick 15. So then you also have to account for the wild card. So if you use a wild card, right? Was it 1? So what normally it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you had 3 extra spots. So then you just add an extra. So make it a pick 20. That's what you could do with Black Ops 7 is make it a pick 20 because you have extra stuff. You're trying to give more perks. So if we go back to Black Ops 2, so let's say I wanted to run a full weapon. Let's say I wanted to let's say I want to do primary gunfighter. It only gives me 1 other attachment. Okay? So boom, right? I have 3 perks. Then I go to perk. Then I'd rock my, my perks right here, toughness and dexterity. So I still have 2 slots left. So then I go to lethal and concussion. Now, you had 10 slots. So let's add, right? We'll take off primary gunfighter. Take off this. And then 1 perk. That would give you 5. That would give you 5 more, like you wanted 5 more. Well, you could do this actually. So you would just need a pick 13 in this case, right? To accommodate for the fact that they want you to have 5 attachments, boom, you do this. And then when you did your perk greed, right? Because you had to do primary gunfighter to get 1 extra attachment. If you wanted them to get 3 extra attachments, well, then you would need a pick 16, right? Because remember, every time you use a primary gunfighter, that's an attachment. So what are we talking about? All you have to do is just raise the amount of picks that you have. So instead of it being a Pick-10, so now let's do a full perk one. So boom, toughness, dexterity, perk 1, 2, and 3. Lightweight. Let's go hardwired because we don't want to get counter UV and dexterity. Boom. So if you want to run a full perks and no weapon, now I don't agree with this because the weapons are so much better with all the attachments. So then if they had a pick 20, we'd be able to do a couple attachments here. Obviously, you would have to allow for more perk greeds. So I would add 3 more slots because then you would do the primary gunfighter. Well, I mean, obviously you could just add attachments, but you can't right now because obviously it's a pick 10. Now let's say we wanted to do a full, weapons build. So you would do, fast mags, boom. Let's do primary gunfighter. Let's go here. Then you go, let's do grip just to be safe. All right, so cool. Now let's do a secondary. You know what? We're going to go wild. We're going to go overkill. Then we're going to go, let's go the M8, and then we'll go reflex, and then we can do secondary primary gunfighter, and then we'll do quick draw. Actually, you know what? The iron sights are not bad. We'll do this. Boom. So there's my full weapon build. Black Ops 2 had a variety of classes people could choose from if you wanted to go a full weapon build. Now, to be fair, Call of Duty has a lot more stuff in the game. So you have to up the pick stuff. So instead of it being a pick 10, make it a pick 20. Make it a pick 15. Someone can do the math. You do the math in the comments. Do the breakdown with the extra field upgrade, with the knife, with having 5 attachments. You would have to do the upgrade to make it balanced. But there's no reason why they can't just bump it to a pick 15 or a pick 20. Because I understand it, right? Let's all go back. They want to be able to sell bundles, right? They want people to buy the melee bundle so that way they can use it. They want people to buy all the skins for the weapons so they want people to use it. It's not that hard. Do the math for a pick 15, a pick 20. Add extra perk greed. Make your primary gunfighter 3 attachments, which is what it is, and just give us points to select. What's so hard about that? So you guys do the math in the comments below on what it would actually be, whether it would be a pick 15, pick 20, because I believe in Advanced Warfare it was a pick 13 because they added the kill streaks. So every time you need to select something, add a point to it. Okay? So as you can see, if we go back to Black Ops 2, it was a pick 10, right? So if we do this, let's go back real quick. We'll do the math. So the math is, right? Let's do this. A basic class of primary is 1. You have 1 perk. That's 3. Then you have 1 lethal, 1 tactical. That's 4 points right there. Let's add a secondary. That's 7. So 7 points to make a basic Call of Duty class. Now, you add a field upgrade, that's 8. Then you add a knife, that's 9. And then you had an extra slot, which it seems like. So whatever it is, add 1. So now you need 5 attachments. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then, for the secondary, can you do 5 on Black Ops 6? I don't remember. You guys would have to let me know in the comments below if you could do more. So let's say you could do 5 on a secondary, right? So then, what did we say? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay? So you're at 19. You're at a pick 19. Okay? Then you would do Three, well, I would do more wild cards because we have extra stuff. We have, the field upgrade, and then we have this, the melee. So I would bump this up so you'd have 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Make a pick 25. And then you would have to select your different perks. And again, Black Ops 7 has the weakest perks I've ever seen, where it gives you like one thing. Faster field upgrade. Add that to something else. Like, what the fuck? And then, of course, you would have your perk greeds, your overkill, your tactician, your danger close. Then you could have your field upgrade one, right? And then you can have your primary and secondary would give you +3, right? So this would give you your third, but this would be 3 more attachments. Then this would give you, well, I don't know how the secondary, but maybe it would just be 2 extra attachments for this one. And then, of course, you'd have your overkill. So, like, yeah, guys, leave me in the comments below on, like, what you guys would do and come up with something, And then, like, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, because I think that they're copping out. They can easily do this. They can easily do this. As you guys can see, they can easily make a Pick-10 system or a Pick-25, however they do it. Because all they did was add the squad link squad link. They added the field upgrade in the melee slot. So if you want to do that, just add the extra points to make the class. And you want people to make weapons, so again, just add the points. Like, I get you're trying to sell bundles, and I get that you're trying to make money, but you would make more money if people enjoyed the creative class system that they were actually using. Instead, you're literally just giving everybody everything and hoping that they like it. And it's, unfortunately, over time, it's not balanced enough. So just because you have to remember, everybody goes into a match with a primary with 5 attachments, with a secondary that has 5 attachments, with a designated melee weapon, with a field upgrade, with a tactical, with a lethal, and with 3 perks. So they go into the match with everything. For a quick, fast-paced game, that's not balanced, right? Because as soon as I spawn, I'm chucking my grenade, I'm chucking my stun. I'm popping my field upgrade down if I have it. So we need to, Call of Duty, you need to understand, you want to sell bundles, make a creative class system that where the actual weapon stands out to other people. But when you tell everybody that they can get everything at all times, it doesn't mean much anymore, and people don't want to buy it. People don't want to use that stuff. So, you guys let me know in the comments below what y'all think. My rant is over. See you guys on the next one. Peace.